Good evening and welcome. Welcome to Spirituality and Healing Meet. We are Divine Healing Valley. I'm Shashi Dhar, your host, and we are here for our session on the spiritual laws of life. In the last session, we had seen the recap of all the 7 laws that we were discussed, and this is based on a book, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. So we had done the general overview of all the spiritual laws, and today we are going to dwell deep into the first law, which is the law of pure potentiality. How many of you saw my post? Or how many of you saw the post? Yes. And if you have read that book, it will be very good because it's a very powerful book. In fact, one of the books which I had read very early in my spiritual journey. That was somewhere around 1997, 98 when I read this book. After that, I read that I don't know how many 100 times or so, right? So yeah, so that book is very close to me and very powerful in my spiritual journey. So I thought, let me share the wisdom of that in a group and as a satsang, correct? So that is the whole purpose of it. And so we move on with the first spiritual law of pure potentiality. Before I start the discussion, anybody who would like to share his views or her views, if you have read the book, or even if you have not read the book, what is your idea, your understanding of this spiritual law? And as we said, spiritual law means something which is not changeable, which is changeless, correct? It is eternal, and it governs the running of the whole universe. So it runs our life also. So if we base our beliefs and concepts on these spiritual laws, obviously we will have the access to create magic and miracles in our life. In that context, we are looking at the first law of pure potentiality. कौन बताना चाहेंगे? कोई भी. हमारी लाइफ में लॉ ऑफ प्योर पोटेंशियलिटी कैसे एक्सप्रेस हो रही है? Yes. So whatever understanding you have, if you want to share, please go ahead. Okay. I think everybody is in the receptive mode. So in that case, I will start the wisdom bite on that, right? So what Deepak Chopra also says is, law of pure potentiality means who we are in essence is consciousness. We are a triune being, body, mind, and soul. And who we are being at the level of soul. At the level of soul, whoever we are being, that is the infinite, eternal consciousness, the pure consciousness, right? And that is who we are. And this pure consciousness is actually the source of all creation in the whole universe. यानी कि पूरा का पूरा ब्रह्मांड जो है वो ब्रह्मन प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस के थ्रू ही बना है, जिसको परमात्मा बोल सकते हैं, गॉड बोल सकते हैं, ब्रह्मन बोल सकते हैं. तो जो भी हम बताना चाहें, जैसे अगर भक्ति योग में बोलें तो उसे परम परमात्मा बोलेंगे, वेदांत में उसे ब्रह्मन बोलेंगे, तो जैसे भी आप उसे रेफर कर सकते हैं. लेकिन पूरा ब्रह्मांड जिसने क्रिएट किया वो प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस है, एंड हमारा भी एसेंस प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस है. तो इन एसेंस वी एट द सोल लेवल आर द सेम एज, यानी कि आत्मा और परमात्मा का बेसिक एसेंस एक ही है. दैट इज द फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग एट द फर्स्ट लेवल ऑफ this law, right? Now let us also look at how we exist in our life. We are souls, but we are embodied souls. We are running through this body and mind, correct? तो हमारी जो शरीर जो है, हमारा बॉडी और शरीर को चलाने के लिए जो मन है, माइंड बॉडी कॉम्प्लेक्स जो हम हैं, एग्जिस्टेंस लेवल पे, इंटरेक्टिव लेवल पे, जैसे हम एक दूसरे को जानते हैं तो कैसे बुलाते हैं? नाम से बुला रहे हैं. तो नाम किसका है? असल में शरीर का नाम है, correct? We see each other in the physical body and we call each other by name. So I will call Amit ji, Parveen ji, when I see you on the screen right now, correct? And that's how we live a life. So at the existence level, we are existing as a body and mind. And soul की existence को हम address नहीं करते हैं. जबकि essence क्या है? We are soul. तो जीवा जो triune being है, actually is a soul and acting through the body and mind, correct? So when we are operating through this body and mind and remembering that we are the infinite source of creation, so what does it make possible for us in our life? As a soul, we have infinite powers. We are infinite actually, correct? And if you are operating through this body and mind, what is possible for us? हम लोग नॉर्मली कैसे जीते हैं? ये मैं कर सकता हूँ, ये मैं नहीं कर सकता. किस लेवल पे बोल रहे हैं? अपनी थोड़ी सी लिमिटेड नॉलेज, थोड़ी सी लिमिटेड स्किल्स के बेसिस पे हम बोलते हैं हम ये नहीं कर सकते, राइट? एंड विच इज ट्रू, because that is how we have been conditioned. Now what we are trying to say is at the being level, at the soul level, if we have infinite powers, what does it open up in our life? So anybody who wants to share? अगर आपको ये बता दिया जाए कि आपके अंदर इनफाइनाइट पावर्स हैं, आप उस इनफाइनाइट क्रिएशन का ही एक पार्ट है, source of creation is infinite and you and Paramatma are having the same essence of pure consciousness, और आपके पास infinite powers हैं, what does it enable you to do? क्या कुछ possible है आपकी लाइफ में, हमारी लाइफ में? Yeah, but for introspection we will look into our life. So for introspection I will look into my life, but in general we will say how does it impact our life, and I am included, right? Yes. कौन बोलना चाहेंगे? थोड़ा सा इंट्रोस्पेक्शन, थोड़ी सी शेयरिंग, तो मजा आएगा. कितनी बार हमने कुछ काम को करने से ये सोच के छोड़ दिया कि ये मेरे बस की नहीं है. बचपन में किसी ने सुनाया होगा आपको, ऐसे चाइल्ड यू मस्ट हैव बीन टोल्ड मेनी टाइम्स, ये तुम्हारे बस की नहीं है, बिजनेस तुम्हारे बस की नहीं है, नौकरी करो, करेक्ट? या उल्टा भी हो सकता है.
So I guess we will be like limitless.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are limitless. So now what is possible? That's what I'm saying. अभी तक तो हम अपने आप को लिमिटेड समझ रहे थे. अगर मैं ये मान लेता हूँ कि मैं लिमिटेड नहीं हूँ, मैं लिमिटलेस हूँ, तो मेरी लाइफ में क्या कुछ पॉसिबल है? क्या वो माइंडसेट थोड़ा सा? हाँ बोलिए.
जो भी हम सोचेंगे सब कुछ कर सकते हैं फिर.
करेक्ट. So what we hear in theory as impossible is nothing, I am possible, and all these concepts and words that we use becomes more meaningful. Yes or no? हमने सुना है nothing is impossible, impossible actually says I am possible. ये सब हमने सुना हुआ है, पढ़ा हुआ है, रटा हुआ है, लेकिन ये लाइफ में पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता है. बट अगर ये कंसेप्ट हमारी लाइफ में आ गया एज ए रियलिटी, वी स्टार्ट बिलीविंग आई एम लिमिटलेस, आई एम दैट प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, तो बहुत सारी चीजें जो हमने अपने अचीवमेंट के दायरे से बाहर रखी हुई हैं वो शायद पॉसिबल हो जाए. मैं नहीं कह रहा आ जाएगा, पर शायद पॉसिबल हो सकती है. करेक्ट? यस और नो? वेरी गुड सदानंद जी, लेट्स एक्नॉलेज सदानंद जी. अमित जी से genuinely miracles. Okay, yes, that is possible. Magic and miracles happen in the life of people who believe in divine grace and blessings. Correct? तो डिवाइन ग्रेस एंड ब्लेसिंग्स होंगे तो मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स आएंगे, बिकॉज मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स इज इन द डोमेन ऑफ डिवाइन. ह्यूमन माइंड के हाथ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स नहीं है, डिवाइन माइंड के हाथ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स है. आपकी लाइफ में, हमारी लाइफ में जितनी भी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, अगर डिवाइन चाहे तो एक सेकंड में दूर हो सकता है. ये सो नो? कितने लोगों को ये विश्वास है कि हमारी लाइफ में जो भी प्रॉब्लम है, जितनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो, अगर भगवान चाहेंगे तो एक सेकंड में सॉल्व हो सकती है? चलो ओवरनाइट मान लेते हैं, रात को प्रॉब्लम थी, सुबह उठे तो प्रॉब्लम खत्म हो गई. हो सकता है ये? करेक्ट. और वही नेचर जो भगवान का है, प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, वही मेरा भी नेचर है. तो क्या मैं रातों रात कुछ ऐसा क्रिएट कर सकता हूँ कि कल सुबह से सिर्फ मैजिक और मिरेकल्स होंगे मेरी लाइफ में? तो जितने लोग यहाँ पे हैं, हमारी लाइफ में क्या मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स क्रिएट होंगे कल से? आज तक नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं, कल से क्या हम अपनी लाइफ में मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स क्रिएट करेंगे? यस और नो? शो मी योर हैंड्स. So this is the beginning. This is the change of concept in your mind, and this is the beginning. That doesn't mean it will start happening tomorrow, right? Because there are 7 spiritual laws. This is the first one that we are talking of, which is changing the level of being. Correct? This law has to go with the other 6 laws that we are going to discuss. So we will come back to this law after every law that we study, so that we can connect with the 3 domains of life. What are the 3 domains of life? Anybody who wants to share that?
Body, mind, soul.
ना वो तो है, वो तो ट्रायून बीइंग है लेवल ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंस में. ओके, आई विल गाइड यू. तो ये है बीइंग, डूइंग एंड हैविंग. ठीक है ना. तो वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. पर इस बीइंग पे कोई फोकस नहीं करता क्योंकि ये सोल लेवल का डोमेन है. हम फोकस किस पे करते हैं? डूइंग और हैविंग में. तो वी हैव बिकम, इंस्टेड ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग्स वी हैव बिकम ह्यूमन डूइंग्स, एंड वी आर लिविंग इन द वर्ल्ड एज ह्यूमन हैविंग्स. यस और नो? कोई टफ सिचुएशन आती है लाइफ में, हमारा पहला रिस्पॉन्स क्या होता है? हे भगवान, फंस गया, अब क्या करूं, क्या करूं? वी आर ऑलवेज लुकिंग एट डूइंग. अब क्या करूं कि यहाँ से बाहर निकल जाऊं. बीइंग लेवल पे हम सोचते नहीं है. हम सोचते हैं अब क्या करूं. जब कुछ करते हैं तो कोई रिजल्ट आता है, दैट इज हैविंग. तो हमारी पूरी दुनिया कहाँ चल रही है? डूइंग डोमेन और हैविंग डोमेन. बीइंग डोमेन इज समथिंग विच वी मिस आउट. दैट इज व्हाई वी lose the control of our life, because at the being level is the domain of the soul. यहीं पे हमारी आत्मा के पावर आएगी. So once we understand that who I am being is somebody who is infinite, who has limitless powers, now your doing will change and now your having will change. Correct? So in other words, if I explain this law of pure potentiality, what it is saying is हमारी अंदर की जो दुनिया है, अंदर की दुनिया, इसका मतलब बाहर की दुनिया में क्या है? वस्तु, व्यक्ति और परिस्थिति. आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड. Yes, everybody okay with this? Outside world is of वस्तु, व्यक्ति, परिस्थिति, people, things and situations. अंदर की दुनिया क्या है? मन, बुद्धि, चित्त और अहंकार. Which means ego, emotion, intellect and चित्त is loosely translated as memory. All the memories of all the karmas that we have done in past lives, present lives, ये सब imprints आपके चित्त में है ना. और ये चित्त में जो imprints हैं उनका नेचर भी हमको मालूम है, तामसिक, राजसिक और सात्विक. Yes. So all these imprints which are there in the chit and ego, emotion and intellect, which is मन, बुद्धि and intellect. मन, बुद्धि और अहंकार. क्लियर? तो इनर वर्ल्ड, तो हमारे इनसाइड वर्ल्ड में जो ईगो, इमोशन एंड इंटेलेक्ट है, इसकी वजह से हम एक तरीके के मैग्नेट बन जाते हैं. राइट? तो व्हेन आई से आई एम डिवाइन और आई एम प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, द बीइंग इज ऑफ ए लिमिटलेस बीइंग. तो मेरी बीइंग क्या है, यानी कि मैं किस तरीके का मैग्नेट बन गया? आई एम ए लिमिटलेस मैग्नेट. आई एम ए मैग्नेट ऑफ abundance. आई एम ए मैग्नेट ऑफ unlimited power. I am a magnet attracting magic and miracles. Now when I am being divine, when I am being pure consciousness, this is who I become as a magnet. But how do we live our life? हम कैसे जीते हैं लाइफ में? मैं तो छोटा सा, नन्हा सा, प्यारा सा बच्चा हूँ. I am a failure. I am rejected. I am not worthy. I am unloved. I don't deserve to be happy. ये सब कंडीशनिंग हो चुकी है ना हमारी बचपन में. तो हम किस तरीके के मैग्नेट बन गए हैं? We have become a magnet of suffering, misery, tragedy, disaster, struggle, poverty, rejection. This one was very strong for me. I was a magnet for rejections in life and I got rejected again and again and again and I was struggling. क्या करूं, अब क्या करूं? करने में कुछ था ही नहीं, डूइंग में कुछ करना ही नहीं था, बीइंग चीज करनी थी. So when I am being a failure, whatever I do, the result will be failure. How many of you can get this? This is a very profound law which is always operating in our life. तो आप बोल रहे हैं, आपने तो बोल दिया आई एम डिवाइन, वी आर डिवाइन, मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स कल से होंगे, लेकिन आज तक तो मैजिक मिरेकल्स हुए नहीं है. वो इसलिए क्योंकि आज तक आप ये मैग्नेट बने ही नहीं है. हम लोग कैसे जीते हैं? हम फेलियर के मैग्नेट बने और लाइफ में फेलियर हो रही है. तो द लॉ इज परफेक्ट. यस और नो?
Yes.
इफ आई एम एन एंग्री यंग मैन, तो मैं मैग्नेट हूँ एंग्री यंग मैन का, एंगर का मैग्नेट हूँ. सिचुएशंस कैसी आएंगी? यहाँ पे मैं और गुस्सा करूंगा या मैं वायलेंस करूंगा. वैसी सिचुएशन आएंगी ना सामने, तो पड़ोसी लड़ने आएगा कि हार पहनाने आएगा? पड़ोसी मारने ही आएगा। तो वो मारने आएगा तभी तो मैं एंग्री यंग मैन बनूंगा। तो इफ आई एम ए मैग्नेट फॉर डिजास्टर्स, ओनली डिजास्टर्स विल कम इन माई लाइफ। Who are you being a magnet? This is the question. And when I say you, it looks personal, but I'm talking for everybody here. Look into your life. स्वाध्याय करते समय तो हमको अपनी ही लाइफ देखनी होगी, पड़ोसी की लाइफ नहीं देखनी, अपनी लाइफ देखनी। तो इफ आई एम ए मैग्नेट फॉर एंगर, आई एम ए मैग्नेट फॉर फाइट्स, आई एम ए मैग्नेट फॉर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स, क्या होगा? मेरी बॉस के साथ लड़ाई होगी, मेरी पड़ोसी के साथ लड़ाई होगी, मेरे दोस्तों के साथ नहीं बनेगी, रिश्तेदारों के साथ खटपट होगी। एंड देन वी से समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मेरी लाइफ क्या क्या चल रहा है। तो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन वी नीड टू नो इज हु आर वी बीइंग? हम किस तरीके के मैग्नेट बन गए हैं? जैसे हम मैग्नेट बनेंगे वैसे ही लाइफ को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे। Okay, so I will stop here a little bit and take some sharing. Meanwhile, welcome Veena ji. And who else have
Thank you,
joined
sir.
now?
मैं बाहर थी तो I got late. Yes.
Yeah, then that's fine. Jyoti Arora ji, welcome. Bhavna ji, welcome. Archana Sharma ji, welcome. Yes. So anybody who would like to share now? What I have said must have shaken up something in you. In that case, you can share about your life, what is going on in your life, or if you have any questions, you can ask. But this is a very, very powerful spiritual law, so we need to know. और ये मत सोचिए ये आपकी लाइफ में अप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है, यही आपकी लाइफ में अप्लाई कर रहा है। जो कुछ आप लाइफ में क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, हैविंग में जो भी आप रिजल्ट्स लाइफ में अभी तक क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, ऑफ कोर्स इट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट यू डिड और व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, बट बिहाइंड द डूइंग एंड हैविंग, हु यू आर बीइंग एज अ मैग्नेट, look at that. That will give you an access, or rather that will give us an access of creating magic and miracles in our life. Yes. So I need a couple of people to share. What is opening up? Anybody?
So I think you can. So like when I realized that this formula, which I'm kind of now aware of, and thank you for sharing. But when I see somebody else's life, and I see this formula happening, and I see the person unhappy for years, but then it becomes so difficult to explain that person, because nobody actually, one of the things I see in the society is that if they have stamped you like angry person, then even if you become sadhu, nobody will kind of believe, they will still call you as angry man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand it perfectly. I've gone through it.
That is a very big problem, I think.
Yes.
Everywhere it becomes very, very difficult.
Absolutely. So share something from your life, Veena ji, if it is okay with you. Then it will be more real for people. Or if you have seen somebody, maybe your relative or your friend, then you can share that, so that it becomes clear to us, and then we can take it on as a further discussion.
I
Yep.
think, yes, I can tell you about myself. You get one shocker when you get married. So there is a different culture altogether. So at least the good thing is that they have fresh eyes. So they watch you, they judge you, and you are also very careful with somebody else's house in a way. So I did not speak for 6 months almost. I was like, "Dekhti hu hai kya," But I was lucky that I was into a job, so मेरा interaction बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं था. But they are very, very good. Like बहुत ही faith बहुत है, बहुत ही God fearing types. But that brought in a lot of, I think, a lot of differences, understanding between my family and this family. तो मतलब कहने का मतलब है मेरे में बहुत बदलाव आया, अभी बहुत ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आया है, लेकिन मेरे लिए बहुत दिक्कत होता है अपने फैमिली को बोलने को, अपने पापा, अपनी मतलब क्योंकि उनको मेरा उनको दे नो माय ओल्डर एंग्री काइंड ऑफ वर्जन, एंड नाउ आई एम इनटू स्पिरिचुअलिटी, सो इट इज सो डिफिकल्ट. अब अभी लेटेस्ट एज आई स्पीक मैंने बहुत मेहनत किया. अब मैं कई बार सोचती हूँ ठीक है भगवान ने मेरे को रास्ता दिखाया, भगवान उनको भी दिखा देंगे. तो ये मुझे करना, हाँ, तो दैट इज माय एक्सपीरियंस. आई कीप ट्राइंग बट स्टिल आई समटाइम्स सरेंडर टू गॉड. कि हर एक की जर्नी है.
Very good, Veena ji. Let's acknowledge Veena ji. It takes a lot of courage to share from your personal life. Yes. So a couple of things I would like to draw your attention as well as the attention of everybody here. So this is for the whole group as such. So first, when we talk of this law of pure potentiality, what we are talking of is at personal level in my life. I'm not looking at others. उनके साथ कैसे रिलेशनशिप बिल्ड करना है, उनके साथ कैसे डील करना है, वो सब बाकी स्पिरिचुअल लॉस में आएगा. राइट. वन थिंग दैट यू सेड इज आई हैव बीन ट्राइंग ए लॉट. तो आप बहुत एफर्ट डाल रहे हैं, बहुत स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, या स्ट्रगल एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है आपको. दैट विल बी टेकन केयर ऑफ व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ द लॉ ऑफ लीस्ट एफर्ट. Law number 4. Correct. Right now we can't go there. Right now we are just looking at whatever is happening in your life is because you have become one kind of a magnet. What kind of a magnet have I become? That is the question that you need to look into. Then this law will be very clear to you. Correct. तो ऐसे सेट, अगर आपकी लाइफ में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हैं या थे, तो आपको मालूम होना चाहिए, बाहर को छोड़ दीजिए अभी, उनसे क्या दिख रहा है, मैं कैसी मैग्नेट बन गई थी. तो आई वॉज ए मैग्नेट ऑफ what? Maybe rejection, maybe conflicts. तो मैं conflicts और rejection को attract कर रहा हूँ या कर रही थी. Get my point? So this law is only to tell you a mirror of what is happening in your inside world. And our inside world is always manifesting the world outside. You need to look at it that way. ठीक है ना. तो बीना जी अभी बाकी लोगों को नहीं देखेंगे, हमको अपनी लाइफ में देखें, और हम सबको देखें अपनी लाइफ में. मेरी लाइफ की सिचुएशंस क्या हैं वो बताएंगी मैं किस तरीके का मैग्नेट था या हूं. राइट. एंड देन वी विल सी हाउ दिस जर्नी ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन विल हैपन. एंड इट इज इजी बाय द वे. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट संदीप महेश्वरी? उनका मैजिक फॉर्मूला क्या है? आसान है. अगर आप बोलोगे मुश्किल है तो धीरे धीरे मुश्किल हो जाएगा, बाद में इम्पॉसिबल हो जाएगा. तो जो भी सिचुएशन है लाइफ में बोलो आसान है, और फिर करना शुरू करो, धीरे धीरे आसान हो जाएगा. So law of least effort is basically telling you align with the universal laws and there is no struggle in life. If you are struggling, that means you are not applying the universal laws in your life. तो हम इसीलिए स्ट्रगल करते हैं सारे. कितने लोगों की लाइफ में स्ट्रगल है या थी? अभी नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं. अमित जी कहेंगे अभी नहीं है, पहले थी. लाइक गॉट इट. पहले थी तो अब दिख रहा है ना, पहले आप किस तरीके के मैग्नेट थे, हम कैसे किस तरीके के मैग्नेट हम बन गए थे. उसके बाद हमने अपनी साधना की, सेवा की, सत्संग की, सारे हमने स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी को बूस्टर डोज दिया, तब हम यहाँ पे पहुंचे हैं कि नाउ द सफरिंग्स एंड मिजरीज आर ए थिंग ऑफ द पास्ट. वी हैव आउटग्रोन देम, वी हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड आवर लाइफ, एंड दैट इज पॉसिबल. यस, इट इज पॉसिबल व्हेन वी अलाइन आवरसेल्फ टू द यूनिवर्सल लॉस. करेक्ट. वेरी गुड वीना जी. लेट्स एक्नॉलेज वीना जी. एनीबॉडी एल्स हु वांट्स टू शेयर व्हाट इज ओपनिंग अप? इस लॉ से क्या समझ में आया?
Being a particular type of magnet, I think that explains the patterns that people suffer in their life. Like I would cite my example. मेरा एक थॉट प्रोसेस है कि मेरे तो पैसे कहीं भी लगाता हूँ फंस जाते हैं. I always remain in financial crunch.
Okay.
So that has been happening for last 40-50 years.
40-50 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is very clear now, no? Everybody can see that he has become a particular kind of a magnet. और क्या word डालेंगे sir? You were a magnet of?
I think that I would say financial difficulties.
Financial struggle. Okay. So financial struggle था. तो मैग्नेट कौन से हैं ये? फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रगल. तो क्या क्रिएट करेंगे या क्या अट्रैक्ट करेंगे? सिचुएशंस व्हिच विल शो क्रंच ऑफ मनी, फंड्स नॉट फ्लोइंग, और जिसको उधार दिया वो नहीं दे रहे वापस, काइंड ऑफ ए थिंग, या जहां पे इन्वेस्ट किया वो डूब गया, है ना. एनीथिंग एल्स सुशील जी?
नहीं, उसका कोई मंत्र बता देना, उधार दिए पैसे वापस.
अरे पूरा मंत्र ही चलेगा सर, 7 लॉस मंत्र ही है. बट फर्स्ट हमको ये देखना है कि मैं किस तरीके का मैग्नेट था या हम किस तरीके के मैग्नेट हैं. ठीक है ना. वीना जी को दिख गया, सुशील जी को दिख गया. एनीबडी एल्स हु वांट्स टू शेयर? आई एम श्योर परवीन जी, अमित जी एंड आई हैव शेयर्ड आवर लाइफ सो मच दैट आई एम अवेयर ऑफ देयर लाइफ. So in case you want to share, you are free. Otherwise somebody else who has come new. And meanwhile let me welcome the other guests. Archana ji welcome, Priya ji welcome, Bhavna ji welcome. Anything you want to share, please go ahead. Yes. कोई शेयर करना चाहेंगे? हाँ जी, okay. People are still in the contemplative mood. Okay, fine. So we will take the discussion to the next level now. Okay. So what we have understood so far, law of pure potentiality says who I am is a pure consciousness, or who we are is pure consciousness. Very much aligned with the creator, who is pure consciousness, who created the whole universe. And we are in essence that divine power. That divine power is running through my body and mind, and that is how I create my life. And we create our life at 3 levels: being, doing, and having. Right now, this law is focused only on being. So we are going to focus on what is the kind of magnet I had become or I am right now, and that is how my life is showing up for me. So I am this magnet, or I am the space in which my life is showing up. It's a very powerful line, actually. It gives you a lot of power and freedom in your life when you realize that whatever is happening in your life is your creation. It has now taken away all the powers which you had given to the other person by blaming them. My life is miserable because of my boss, because of my wife, because of my relatives, because of my friends, because of my colleagues. ये पावर आपसे छीन ली मैंने अब, यानी कि ये स्पिरिचुअल लॉ अब ये पावर छीन लेता है. You cannot blame others. Your life, whatever is happening, all the life situations in your life is your creation. Whatever is happening in our life is our creation. I am wholly responsible for whatever is happening in my life. No one else is. That in a way wakes us. हमको wake up करता है वो. And it is also giving us a wake up alarm signal. जाग जाओ, अब तो जाग जाओ, before it is too late. Correct? And since I have limitless power, I can transform my being. I can transform what kind of magnet I will be now. And with that, I will create magical, miraculous results in my life. Possible? Yes, possible. Right? So this is what the law of pure potentiality says. And this is applicable in everybody's life. Whether you believe it or not, whether you know this or not, it is always operating in our life. Correct? Right. So now the question comes, doing और having पे तो हम बाद में जाएंगे अगले हफ्ते से अगले सेशंस में दूसरे स्पिरिचुअल लॉस के साथ. Right now we will see some methods on how to transform who I am being in my life. That means हम अपनी अपनी लाइफ में जो भी मैग्नेट बन चुके हैं उसको चेंज कैसे करें, जो सुशील जी का सवाल था अभी. तो थोड़ा सा हिंट उसमें मिलेगा, so that this law becomes practical for you in your life. Any kind of, you can say, transformation at the level of being will help you to move on this. तो जितने भी योग मार्ग हैं, कर्म योग, भक्ति योग, राजयोग, ज्ञान योग, I've been saying this so many times, right? किसी भी स्पिरिचुअल साधना को आप पकड़ेंगे, it will impact your level of being. क्यों? क्योंकि जो भी स्पिरिचुअल साधना है, it is impacting your inner world. Inner world मतलब remember ego, emotion and intellect. मन, बुद्धि, अहंकार, इनको जो भी ट्रांसफॉर्म करेगा, जो भी प्रैक्टिसेस इसको ट्रांसफॉर्म करेंगी, तो आप एक अलग तरीके के मैग्नेट बन जाएंगे. बट फर्स्ट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ये जो हम पॉवर्टी के मैग्नेट या फिर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट के मैग्नेट या फिर मिजरी के मैग्नेट या ट्रेजेडीज के मैग्नेट बन गए थे, उसमें लोगों का सहयोग तो रहा ही होगा. दे मस्ट हैव कंडीशनड यू एज अ चाइल्ड, बट द चेंज हैपेंड at the being level when you started saying the same thing. Let me explain this in a proper perspective. Somebody as a child, as a 5-year-old, you maybe did some maths problem wrong. मैथमेटिक्स में आपने कोई एडिशन या मल्टीप्लिकेशन का गलत कर दिया और टीचर ने क्या कहा? You're stupid. टीचर के स्टूपिड बोलने से क्लास जोर और उससे हंसने लग गई. करेक्ट? उनके बोलने से उतना असर नहीं हुआ, उसके बाद आपने बोला यस आई एम स्टूपिड, दैट चेंजेस द बीइंग. कंडीशनिंग में लोग, बाहर के लोग बहुत कुछ बोलते हैं, जो वो लोग अथॉरिटी में हैं, योर पेरेंट्स, योर टीचर्स, मे बी समबडी हु इज एल्डर टू यू, इफ दे से समथिंग it will come and hit you like a bullet. Why? Because you repeat that to yourself. How many of you can pick up any incident like this in your life? बाकी लोगों ने जो मर्जी बोला हो बचपन में या कभी भी, आपने खुद अपने आप को वही चीज बोली. I am worthless, I am not worth, I don't deserve love, I don't deserve friendship, I am not worthy of love, I am a failure, people will reject me, I am not accepted. So these are statements which make you that kind of a magnet. So the first thing that is making you one particular way of magnet is your own affirmations about yourself. तो आपके सेल्फ डिफीटिंग एफर्मेशंस जो भी बने हुए हैं उसको हमको एम्पावरिंग करना होगा. दिस इज वन वे ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग योर बीइंग. ओके, तो व्हाट विल बी यू से एज ए मैग्नेट? मैग्नेट को चेंज करने के लिए हमको क्रिएटिव मेजर्स लेने हैं. क्रिएटिव मेजर्स सबसे पहले होता है योर थॉट एंड योर वर्ड. योर वर्ड्स आर वेरी पावरफुल, राइट? एंड सबसे पावरफुल क्रिएटिव इंजन क्या है मालूम है? आई एम के बाद आप कुछ भी बोलोगे, इट बिकम्स वेरी वेरी क्रिएटिव एंड इट विल स्टार्ट मैनिफेस्टिंग इनटू योर बीइंग. आपका बीइंग शिफ्ट हो जाता है इफ यू डू दैट रेगुलरली. So this is the, you will see that, and this is when it is used in line with the law of intention and desire, which is the fifth law that we are going to look at. Remember, we did an overview last session. The law of intention and desire is the fifth law. So along with the first law, when we combine the fifth law, that will create a shift in your being. But right now, just as a first dose I'm giving you. So अगर आप बोलते हो I am a failure, I am rejected, so what are you going to say? I am successful, I am worthy of love. और क्या बोलना चाहेंगे? Best is I am divine, I am creative, I am safe, I am protected, I am self-expressed. और सोचिए, आई एम के साथ बोलना है. जो भी आप आई एम के बाद बोलेंगे, दैट विल स्टार्ट creating at the being level and it will transform you into a different kind of a magnet. So instead of saying I am failure, I am rejected, my life is a disaster, what do you say? My life is great, I enjoy great life, I attract abundance of health, wealth, happiness and joy in my life. Yes. So instead of saying that I am creating financial crunch in my life, you say I am enjoying financial abundance in my life. बोलना तो शुरू करो. बीइंग लेवल पे मैग्नेट तो चेंज करो थोड़ा सा. This is called positive affirmations, and this power of affirmations, Parveen ji, Amit ji, we have been talking a lot about this. So those who are new should understand the power of affirmation. Whatever you affirm to yourself is actually creative, and it creates you into that kind of a magnet. Yes. Okay, so I will stop now and take some sharing. Amit ji, you want to share something? Please go ahead.
There is a question from Ashutosh ji on the chat.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, go ahead.
So while we were talking about people telling us something about us which is not pleasant or which could be a shortcoming, I think in that context he wrote, what if it is true what people are saying?
Okay.
Well, I meant that this is we went actually into extreme, like saying this to someone that he or she will not be able to do anything in life or will be a complete failure. Obviously, that's I think a very extreme side of it. No one should say that. But what if that someone says that you're very lazy, or someone points out to one of our negative attributes? So instead of working on our negative attribute, should we just we like create this kind of halo around us that no, I'm like, if someone says to me that I'm lazy, so should I work and introspect myself if I'm really lazy, or I should just say that no, I'm not lazy. Like this, what should be the
Okay.
attitude in that case?
All right, very good. Let's acknowledge Ashutosh ji. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
It's a very powerful understanding of the conditioning that we're talking of. Okay. So first of all, you need to understand. I hope I am audible. Yes, am I audible? Hello.
I cannot
No,
hear
sir.
you.
Just a second. I think there's a power breakdown. Should be okay in a couple of
I
seconds.
can
Yeah.
I can hear your voice.
Okay. Is it okay, Amit ji? Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yeah,
All right,
now.
good. Yeah.
You are audible, sir.
Now you're audible.
The lights should be on in a minute or so you'll be able to see me. Otherwise, you can see that when the body goes, this is how the spirit looks like. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yes. Yeah. So I'm back. So Ashutosh ji, yeah, just to answer what you had said. First of all, somebody said you are lazy. Okay. Now, it is a behavior. You did something as an action or as a behavior, and you got a comment from someone, you are lazy, right? Now, I'm sure, even if I see you right now, you are in an active mode, you're active, right? So laziness is a particular moment or a particular action. बिहेवियर को आप चेंज कर सकते हो, लेकिन लेबल को चेंज नहीं कर पाओगे. इसलिए लेबल नहीं लगाना है, ना अपने लिए या किसी और के लिए. ये हमको ध्यान में रखना है. सबसे पहले हमको ये ध्यान रखना है कि बिहेवियर कैन बी चेंज, सो यू कैन गिव द करेक्टिव एक्शन फॉर द बिहेवियर. पॉसिबली यू गॉट अ प्लेट, पॉसिबली यू गॉट अ प्लेट. आप 8 बजे, 10 बजे, 12 बजे उठ रहे हो, तुमने कहा यू लेजी, करेक्ट? So what you do, okay, that is a behavior. Tomorrow I will get up at 6 o'clock. It's a very simple thing to say. और आप अभी भी वॉकिंग कर रहे हैं या कुछ कर रहे हैं, जॉगिंग कर रहे हैं, या so you are very active. So you have to pick up an action which will convey that contrary thought or concept to the mind. See, mind को हमने right thought देना है. So if somebody, even if you thought that okay, I am lazy, I will transform my habits from tomorrow. सुबह 6 बजे का अलार्म लगाओ, उठो, वॉकिंग करो, जॉगिंग करो, जो भी करना है करो, यू आर एक्टिव. ये बिहेवियर है ना, पर बिहेवियर को लेबल नहीं देना. दैट्स ऑल आई एम सेइंग. एक छोटा बच्चा क्लास में पेंसिल या रबर चुरा के लाता है अपने फ्रेंड को, उसको अच्छा लगा, वो ले आया. आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ माय growing up days, right? So that time it was a big deal. So there was case of a scented rubber which used to come when I was a kid, and I had a very bad kind of an eraser with me. So I picked it up from my friend and मैं उठा के कर लिया. And discussion हो रही थी, देखा और बोला, oh, you stole that, so you have become a thief, kind of a thing, kind of a response came. And it can impact a lot. Only thing is, my parents were clear enough to tell me, go and give that to your friend, saying that it accidentally came to you, whatever, or whatever you want to say, but return it. You don't need this, we will get you, don't worry. So with a very heavy heart, I had to return that. That's okay, but then that at least stopped me from getting a label. You know, fine. Action was wrong. I took corrective action. Right? So actions can be changed, but the label will never change if you repeat that. अगर उस समय किसी ने बोला होता तू चोर है, ये है, वो है, जो फिल्मों में भी बहुत देखते हैं, और अगर उस बच्चे ने भी अगर ये बोल दिया कि मैं चोर हूं, then it becomes a label. That is what I'm trying to say. And when you become a label, that changes you as a magnet. तो अगर मैं चोर हूं तो अब मैं चोरी ही करूंगा ना. पहले छोटा सा था, छोटी चोरी करता था, बड़ा होके बड़ी चोरी करूंगा. Right? So behavior can be changed, but don't label anybody with a जैसे स्टैम्प करते हैं ना, जजमेंट. जज ने स्टैम्प कर दिया, right?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Got your point? Yeah. So very good, Ashutoshi, good point. But then yes, what we are looking here is that we will not accept the statements of the other people if it is negative, because the truth is the universal law. Our concepts, our beliefs have to be aligned with the spiritual law. And the spiritual law is the one that we are talking of today is I am pure consciousness, the essence of the divine. इसमें कोई लेजीनेस नहीं है, इसमें कोई फेलियर नहीं है, इसमें कोई रिजेक्शन नहीं है, इसमें कोई वीक नहीं है, आई एम ए वीक, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, इनकेपेबल ऑफ protecting myself and all that stuff doesn't come. I am limitless, I am powerful, I am loving, I am harmonious, I am rich, I am young, I am happy. All these statements with I am will create a new being for you, and it will create a new life for you. How many of you can get this? That is the essence of law of pure potentiality that we're talking. Okay. Yes. Swamiji, was I audible? Again, the network is showing. Yeah. So let us have some more people share so that we can connect with the wisdom of this law. And once this law is set in place, then we can go on to the other laws, which will tell you how to manifest magic and miracles in your life in the level of doing and having. And then we will combine this, or we will come back to this law after each law that we are talking about. Correct? So one thing that we have learned is how to create a powerful being is the first thing that we do is self-talk or self-affirmation, which is what is the takeaway of this session. Yes, Bhavna ji, you want to share something? Go ahead.
Yeah, a very good evening to everybody. Yeah, usually I take this stand that I did this affirmation that I'm a strong person and I'm capable of handling everything, whether I am not. But I usually do this affirmation whenever I get annoyed with things or the things are not coming my way the way I want. So usually I say, I am a strong person. I will handle it. I will do it. So many times I come out of the situation. But sometimes it happen I weep and okay यार ये क्या हो गया, तो कभी कभी वो सिचुएशन हैवी हो जाती है, तब आपको लगता है आप स्ट्रांग नहीं हो अभी, आपको वो सिचुएशन आपके ऊपर ज्यादा हैवी हो गई, फिर आप थोड़ा रिलैक्स करते हो, ठीक है, कुछ अपने मनपसंद का करते हैं, एंड देन थोड़ी देर बाद आपको लगता है आपने फिर से वो एनर्जी गेन कर ली है और आप कूल माइंड होकर जब उसको देखते हो तो उसको आप सॉल्व कर पाते हो। बहुत हद तक तो नहीं, क्योंकि बहुत चीजें यूनिवर्स करता है, बट एज अ पर्सनल लेवल उसको काफी हद तक आप ओवरकम कर जाते हो उस मूवमेंट को, अगर कूल और काम हो जाए। यस,
Okay, very good, very good.
हाँ,
So
so
I will understood that, Bhavna ji. Anything else? और कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं?
and हाँ, I think I'm a good magnet for everybody. For myself, I
Good.
think so. Like
Okay.
wherever I go, I try it. I should be a good person, whether it is in my home or in my society or in my NGO.
Mhm.
So I try to be a good person.
Okay.
Rest is how other people are looking towards me. But 80-90% I got a right kind of a reactions. But when you usually do good, many times you have so many enemies also. So many people who are not feel good with you. देखिए अरे यार ये तो बहुत मीठा बोल रही है, पीछे से मतलब क्यों इतना मीठा बोल जाती है। बट किसी को क्या पता कि मतलब आप लाइफ जी रहे हो, बहुत सारी परेशानियों से गुजर रहे हो और आप कह रहे हो कि मुझे ना नहीं बोलना कड़वा, मैं अपने घर में बोल लूं तो बोल लूं, बट यस बाहर जब हम जा रहे हैं तो नहीं निकल रहा कड़वा। भाई क्या करें हम, घर में भी
Okay,
हम बहुत
I
सारा
got that.
कड़वा कड़वा लिख लेते हैं।
Bhavna ji, I got that,
हाँ,
but let me explain that to all the people here. Okay, so let's acknowledge Bhavna ji. That's a good sharing, and sharing from your life is always a challenge. Yes, good. So Bhavna ji has said a couple of things. Number one, she said, I am strong, which is perfect. I'm a strong person बोलने की भी जरूरत नहीं, सिर्फ I am strong. That is good enough. I am powerful. I am peaceful. I am loving. So try as many as I am you can use along with that. Okay, that will give you a balancing thing. And when she said, I am a good person. Now, good doesn't give any clarity to the mind. Yes. तो सवाल हमको ये पूछना है, अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ I am a good person, why am I being good to people? So that they are also good to me. So that they accept me. कुछ तो होगा ना पीछे, क्योंकि मैं भी बहुत नाइस था, मैं भी बड़ा नाइस. I was a nice child, I was a good child, I'm a very obedient child, I was a very intelligent child. All this was because people will accept me and will accept me as a friend, accept me in the group. So there is a lot of acceptance and approval. I was always looking for acceptance and approval from people, right? So if that is the reason why I'm being good, so then you have to see that it is happening as a default. Correct? तो आपको गुड नहीं होना है, आपको लविंग होना है, आपको वर्दी होना है of love and acceptance. So you say, like I used to say, Shashi loves, accepts, forgives, and thanks himself and all people in his life. It's a very powerful affirmation. So I love, accept, forgive, and thank myself and all people in my life. So if this is who I am, then what I get is the same in return. Yes or no? तो भावना जी, थोड़ा सा देखिए आपकी लाइफ में, और सब लोगों के लिए है ये, सब अपनी अपनी लाइफ में देखिए, अगर आप किसी एक तरीके के इंसान बनना चाहते हैं, तो क्या लोगों की एक्सेप्टेंस और अप्रूवल के लिए बनना चाह रहे हैं? अगर वो है, then you straight away say, this is what you want. So look at what you exactly want and manifest that in your life. So I have abundance of friends, and I live in abundance of love, peace, and joy. I enjoy fulfilling relationships. I am enjoying perfect health, perfect wealth, and perfect relationships in my life. So these are the statements which will actually take care of the need instead of a pseudo need. Pseudo need, you know, you are looking for something, but you're saying something else. So let us be very, very clear. What do we want in life? And accordingly create yourself as a magnet. That will give you clarity, because whatever your mind can believe and accept, you will be able to create that in your life. So the question here is to convince the mind. Yes. Convince the mind based on the law that we are going to study. So today we are studying the law of pure potentiality. So what I'm trying to tell my mind is, I am limitless, I am pure consciousness, and I am powerful, I am strong, I can manifest all of my desires in my life. That is the beginning. This is what I want all of you, or this is what I want all of us to start applying in our life. So Bhavna ji, is that okay? Okay, she must be, yeah, she will revert, that's fine. Okay, she says okay, that's fine. Yes, anybody else who wants to share anything but is opening up? And we are reaching the scheduled close of time, 5 minutes more, but we can extend that, no problem. So, but I want people to share. This is very, very powerful spiritual law. So let us see how much it has shaken you up. How many of you are actually looking into your life? थोड़ा सा स्वाध्याय करेंगे, and then we will see how we can transform our life. Yes, Amit ji, whenever you want to share, feel free, because I know we have discussed this topic before, so I know you would like to share, but yeah, whenever you feel like you can do that. Yes, Parveen ji, you want to share something?
Thank you. Yeah, I just want to say that right from childhood, my mother said, you're not good at all. But my father never said that. He encouraged me. Dunya ne bhi mujhe, they treated me like that only. But from inside, I never felt that. I felt I'm very good. I don't know, and I grew up like that with my mother saying you're not good, but I'm feeling I'm very good. So maybe I didn't have to really do those affirmations to myself, and it worked for me.
No, that's perfect. So again, when you say I am good, I want you to look into that.
There was a power.
So sorry, Praveen ji.
I'm very good.
Yeah, please go ahead. I thought.
Shashi ji?
Haan. Right. So
Yeah,
I just want you to, what I was trying to say is that when you say I am a good person, So make it a bit more clear, because I don't want to give any vague idea to my mind. When I say I am good, our mind doesn't understand what I want to create. I am a good person doesn't make mind is not clear. चाहते क्या हो? पूछे ना कोई क्या चाहते क्या बोल क्या रहे हो? So when you say I am a good person, what kind of a good person do you want to become? That is important. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I enjoy fulfilling relationships. I am strong. I am powerful. I am beautiful. So for ladies, that could be one thing. I am good means you are good means you are beautiful. Okay. So I am beautiful. Say that. Be very clear so that mind knows what is to be created. ये जनरल हो जाता है. I am nice. Nice से क्या होगा? I am good. Good से क्या होगा? Mind should be clear. तब वो affirmation proper होगा. तो specifically बोलिए I am healthy. I am wealthy. I enjoy fulfilling relationships. Correct. I am loving. I'm peaceful. I'm powerful. I'm joyful. Whatever you want to say. Be specific, because that is the kind of a magnet you want to become. So if I am joyful, I will attract joy in my life. And I will radiate joy to all the people in my life. Yes or no? अगर मैं जॉय का मैग्नेट हूं तो मैं क्या एनर्जी भेजूंगा लोगों को? फुल ऑफ जॉय. और वो मेरे को वापस क्या करेंगे? जॉय. And we will see that when we talk of law of giving and receiving, which is the next law. Whatever I give, that is what is going to come back to me, right? तो फिर जिस तरीके का मैं मैग्नेट हूँ वही मैं दुनिया को दे रहा हूँ और वही चीज मेरे को दुनिया से वापस मिलेगी. तो वो मुझसे कैसे बिहेव कर रहे हैं इट्स नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. मैं उनको क्या प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूँ दैट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. So we will look into that in the next law, law of giving and receiving. Correct? उसमें इंटरेक्शन कैसे होगी, रिलेशनशिप कैसे होगी, वो सब हम उसमें बात करेंगे. आज हम सिर्फ ये बात कर रहे हैं मैं किस तरीके का मैग्नेट हूँ, हम किस तरीके के मैग्नेट थे या भी हैं, इस पे ध्यान रखना है. तो एक हफ्ते का आपको होमवर्क यही है. It's not a homework like a homework, but yes, you need to look into your life situations and see what kind of a magnet I am, which has helped me to, or which is creating this situation in my life. और अगर वायरस है तो वायरस को हटाना है ना, एंटीवायरस डालना होगा ना. तो अगर ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन आ रही है जो आपको अच्छी नहीं लग रही है तो आपको वो वाला एस्पेक्ट अपने मैग्नेट से हटाना पड़ेगा. एंड द वे टू डू दैट इज फर्स्ट create a powerful affirmation for yourself. That is the takeaway from this program today. I hope everybody aligned. Yes. Okay, good. Very good. Bhavna ji, you still have your hand raised. You want to share something? Otherwise, you can lower that. Yes, Amit ji.
Sorry. No questions. Understood.
Okay, fine. Got it. So you can lower your hand raise. वो अभी सामने दिख रहा है. That's fine. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Yes, Amit ji. You want to share something?
Learning to work with this Zoom. So hand raise.
That's okay. Now you have said nothing to add,
well,
so I will
pretty much
ignore that.
everything.
Yes, Amit ji, go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying that most of the things have been already said, but it's this same understanding which I think some of us know in this group, which is equivalent to Aham Brahmasmi. It is possible to, after applying and during the process of application of other spiritual laws, which are in the current context 7 in number. So we are talking about the first one, which is actually the one of the highest ways to live in this human machine. And when I say highest, it means there is a possibility that we can actually create our future, write our reality of future, create magical results, miracles. But it cannot just happen that anything that we want, which is going to hurt somebody or create bad karmas for ourselves, that will also happen. So in the following weeks, we will also cover the other laws, which will tell us that how only conscious desires, which are in the direction of dharma or this big intelligent system or universe, can be manifested, and that is the law of potentiality.
Absolutely. Perfect. Very good.
So yeah, Amber must.
Very good. बहुत बढ़िया. Acknowledge Amit ji. So In short, what Amiji has said is, if you want to create magic and miracles in our life, that is our intention, that is our desire, then the law of pure potentiality, which says that I am divine, aham brahmasmi, that has to be followed with the universal law that we are going to discuss in the forthcoming sessions. That will create magic and miracles. But having said that, we need to understand this law is applying every moment of our life. क्योंकि मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स नहीं क्रिएट कर रहा तो मैं डिसास्टर्स और सफरिंग्स क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ. वो इसलिए क्योंकि मैं वैसा मैग्नेट बन चुका हूँ. आई एम ए मैग्नेट ऑफ बीइंग ए विक्टिम. मैं विक्टिम मैग्नेट बन गया हूँ, तो मेरी लाइफ में विक्टिमाइजेशन हो रहा है. ये लॉ 24 घंटे चलेगा, बट इसमें से अगर आपको मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स क्रिएट करना है तो उसके लिए आपको हाईएस्ट लेवल पे कॉन्शियसनेस के आना पड़ेगा. दैट्स व्हाट अमित जी इज सेइंग, राइट? बट दैट डजंट मीन द लॉ इज नॉट अप्लाइंग. लॉ इज Spiritual law is something which will be applying 24 hours a day for eternity. ये eternal laws हैं. It will always be applicable. There is no break. Yes? So we have to keep that in mind. So we will look into our life for this week and see what kind of a magnet have we become and how our life situations, unfavorable ones, how we can transform them. That we will see from next session on. Yes? Is that okay with everybody? So last and final call. Anybody wants to share? Ashutosh ji, Beena ji.
I just want to say that even if I think it's about sensitivity. If I'm very sensitive to, I mean, I used to be very harsh and things like this, and after spirituality, is a lot of sensitivity is there. But then I just realized that it's very difficult to exist in the society of all type of people, and all sorts of gossips and discussions. Incidentally, we had a school call today, and I'm sorry I'm discussing something maybe I should not say, I don't know, but when I saw the faces of these teachers, and they would look like, achieve karna hai kuch. They seem very aggressive in spite of being teachers. So I don't know how to, it's very difficult to follow the laws, remain sensitive, be very affectionate, and yet exist in a society like this. That is my view, I think.
Okay, Beena ji,
So
look into the first
it's
law
not
today
easy,
that we
I
have
guess.
discussed. Okay, it's okay. What you're sharing is okay. That is what is happening in your life right now. Okay, I understand that. That's fine. So today, what we are going to look at is what kind of a magnet has Beena ji become that she is attracting this situation in your life. Because everything in your life is being created by you and you alone. Whatever is being happening in my life is being created by me. We have to look at that. तो स्वाध्याय का मतलब ही यही है कि मैं अपनी लाइफ में देखूं और मैं देखूं कि मेरी लाइफ में जो कुछ सिचुएशंस आ रही हैं उसका अकाउंटेबिलिटी, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरी है, बिकॉज आई एम क्रिएटिंग दैट. अदर्स आर जस्ट प्लेइंग द रोल. Others are co-creators in my life. I am the one who is creating all the life situations in my life. Yes or no? अब इस सिचुएशन को कैसे कॉर्डियल बनाना है वो हम देखेंगे आगे स्पिरिचुअल लॉस. अभी सिर्फ ये देखना है कि मैं कैसा मैग्नेट हूँ. इज दैट ओके बीना जी? तो आप इस पे थोड़ा सा स्वाध्याय करिए, बाकी हम अगले हफ्ते देखेंगे. और कहीं लाइफ में स्ट्रगल नहीं है, कहीं लाइफ में कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं है. लाइफ इज ए वेरी वेरी स्मूथ फ्लो. And these universal laws will help you to live life in that smooth flow. Okay, so have patience. Today we have just stepped into the first law. As we move on, and we will always connect back with this first law so that we know who we are being, what we are doing, and what we are having. And that is what will give you mastery in your life. Okay, thank you, Veena ji, for sharing that. Let's acknowledge her. Yes, anybody else who would like to share? Last and final call. Sadanand ji, your takeaway.
Yes, sir. So basically, yes, it works. So कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमें अपने एनजीओ में कुछ इवेंट करना होता है एंड हमारे पास उस टाइम पे रिसोर्सेज नहीं होते, बट हमें ऐसा फील होता है कि नहीं, हमें करना है अभी, शायद जरूरी है अभी करना, या फिर लोगों की वो नीड है. सो मतलब मैं बस उस चीज को हम लोग क्रिएट करते हैं और फिर काम हो जाता है. तो समय मुझे लगता है कि मतलब इफ यू आर पॉजिटिव एंड मतलब आप यूनिवर्स से बोल रहे हो कि मुझे ये करना है, तो कुछ ना कुछ वे आउट निकल के वो चीज हो ही जाता है.
No? Good.
तो I personally feel मतलब कि it
Yes,
works.
that is ultimately that is what we are saying. These 7 laws will help you to create magic and miracles in your desires. In whatever you desire in your life, it will be happening. And it will be not happening at the very low level, it will be happening at the magical level. That is what we are looking at, correct? But today we are taking the first baby step, which is knowing the first spiritual law which governs our law of being. So this is also called law of being actually. I call that law of being. Because as a human being, we should know who we are being in life. जब तक हमको ये समझ में नहीं आएगा who I am being in life, तब तक मैजिक एंड मिरेकल्स क्रिएट करना मुश्किल है. क्योंकि हम थ्योरेटिकली तो जानते हैं आई एम डिवाइन, आई एम प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस, लेकिन प्रैक्टिकल लेवल पे ये नहीं होता है. बिकॉज हम सोसाइटी में जी रहे हैं, जो लोगों की धारणाएं हैं हमारे बारे में वो सुपरसीड कर जाती हैं. एंड नो वन इन योर लाइफ वुड हैव एवर टोल्ड यू दैट यू आर डिवाइन. पीपल से तुमको अक्ल नहीं है, तुम स्टूपिड हो, यू आर वीक, यू आर होपलेस, यू आर वर्थलेस. लड़ाई होती है तो यही सब बोलते हैं ना. टीचर्स भी तो ऐसे ही बोलते थे, क्लास में डांटते थे, बड़े भी यही बोलते थे. अगर कप टूट गया तो क्या, तेरे हाथ में हड्डी नहीं है, तेरी पकड़ नहीं सकता क्लास, कप तोड़ दिया. तो एब्रप्ट होगा रिएक्शन. बट ये किसी अगर पावरफुल इंसान से अगर आप सुन रहे हो तो छोटा बच्चा डर जाता है. वो कहता हाँ सही में आई एम वीक. अब कप तोड़ने वाली बात तो भूल गए, लेकिन ये रह गया कि आई एम वीक एंड ही विल ग्रो अप लाइक ए वीक पर्सन. Get my point? So we have to be very, very careful about the conditioning that we are getting as a child or even otherwise from people who are very, very important in our life. Dominating personalities, parents, teachers, grandparents, जिनको हम एक छोटा बच्चा देखता है कि हाँ ये एक फादर फिगर है या एक मदर फिगर है, वो जो बोलते हैं वो हमारी लाइफ में इम्पैक्ट करता है, क्योंकि वी कीप रिपीटिंग दैट आफ्टर दैट. As a child, we repeated, I am weak. Yes, I am weak. And you grow up weak because you become a magnet of being weak person. Get my point? So you have to be very, very careful. Look into the first law right now. We are all going into the 4th law and 5th law. No, stick to the first law today. We will talk of 2nd law in the next session. Law of giving and receiving, we will see that. Then we will see law of cause and effect, which is profound. Yes, proper understanding is important. Then we come to the law of least effort. All the struggles and hard work will go because life is effortless. भक्ति योग में कहा जाता है भक्त को कैसे अनायास. अनायास means with minimum effort how you can attain God. Of course, I'm not talking of that. I'm talking of practical results in life. All that is anayas, very small effort. If you follow the spiritual laws, if you surrender to the divine, if you have full faith in the divine, you will create magic and miracles easily without any effort. But we have to first understand all the laws, apply all that laws. Today we have seen the first law. We will come back and see the 2nd law in the next week. So homework for 1 week is, let us look into our life and see what kind of a magnet we were and what kind of a magnet we are and what kind of a magnet we want to be from tomorrow. Create that, and create that with the basic sentence of I am dash. Go ahead. Enjoy your life. Take care. Let's meet after 1 week. Till then, Aham Brahmasmi. Take care. Enjoy. Bye-bye. Good night.
सभी अवतारों को नमस्कार.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
सभी को good night.
Good night.
Good
Take care.
night.
Bye-bye.
Night.